If you ever feel stuck in your head or distracted during sex, this video is for you. My name's Hannah, also known as the Libido Fairy, and I've supported over 1,800 women to have better sex. Inside my program, the Intimacy Accelerator, this issue comes up all the time. You want to feel present and connected and turned on, but instead you're thinking about the dishes or your to-do list or that email from earlier, or if your partner can see that you gained a couple pounds. And I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it's been trained to do. But in this video, I'm going to break down why you get distracted during sex and exactly what to do about it so you can have more presence and connection in the bedroom with your partner. So let's get into it. Almost every single woman that I work with categorizes herself as an achiever or an overachiever. She's smart, she's successful, she's gotten really good at thinking her way through life. But when it comes to sex, thinking is not what gets you turned on. Sensation is. Of course, imagination and fantasy is a huge part of it, but we live in this world that rewards distraction, this constant switching between tasks, consuming content, juggling work, texts, notifications. And so we carry that same frantic disconnection into the bedroom. So what happens is it's 9 p.m., you're exhausted, your brain is in overload, and your partner initiates, and you feel a little pressure because it's been a while. And so you say yes, not because you really want to, but because you feel like you should to be a good partner. Then you skip foreplay, go through the motions, and the whole time you're in your head wondering, am I taking too long? Did I respond to that email? Is the stove still on? Is this even enjoyable? What's wrong with me? Why can't I get into this? This was me for years. I thought that I had low libido and maybe something was wrong with me because I didn't ever like sex, and I was terrified that I would never have a relationship where sex felt good. In 2020, after a very rough breakup, I made a commitment to myself that I was going to figure this out. I will learn how to enjoy sex. I will stop pretending and actually enjoy it for myself. And I did. And the first place that I start with all of my students when I'm teaching them this, which is foundational, is that desire, pleasure, and connection all start with your nervous system. So if you are stuck in your head, the chances are that your body is stuck in a stress response. So you're in fight or flight or freeze. So of course you cannot really be in the moment to relax into pleasure because you feel like you're being chased by a lion and you're responding to that fear. So let's talk about how to fix that. First, start with the basics. Sleep is crucial. I cannot emphasize this enough to your nervous system. Dark room, no screens before bed, white noise if you need it. And if you're not sleeping well, your body will really struggle to feel desire. Also, having a good morning routine. So before checking your phone, move your body gently, sway side to side, go outside, touch some grass, do some slow breathing, touch your heart and your belly, reconnect with sensation before you're stimulated by a phone or a computer. And then in the evening, same thing, have good hygiene before bed. Let your brain rest. These rituals really send this message to your body that it's safe to slow down and it's safe to feel pleasure. In the Intimacy Accelerator, we help our students really find the specific nervous system tools that work best, because sometimes what calms one person doesn't work for the other. And so if you want to learn more about that, I've linked the info to the program in the description box below. Now, the second piece that most people miss is rushing. So rushing directly from a task mode or work mode into sex mode doesn't really work if you want to feel present and connected during sex. You need some kind of transition ritual, again, very supportive of the nervous system, that I like to call a bridging activity to shift into relaxation and pleasure and openness and groundedness in your nervous system. So some really good examples of that I love are just going for a walk, a hot shower, cuddling, massage, things like that, a nice playlist with some dancing. This will bridge the gap between your hectic day and more intimate connection and really tell your brain and your body, hey, we're shifting gears now. So I'm about to share some more tips to stay present during sex, but if you are getting value from this video so far, hit the button and subscribe and like. I post new videos every week about intimacy, sex, and relationships. Now, let's talk about timing. You wouldn't schedule a workout at your most exhausted time of day, so why are you trying to have sex at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday? The best sex is not going to happen when there's no time left or no energy left. You have to create the space. Now, if you're child-free, My personal favorite time is weekend afternoons. You're rested, you're not too full from dinner, you still have energy. If you have kids, obviously that is going to add a whole additional layer of complexity and challenge. And for you, it's crucial to think about adding more like bite-sized intimacy more frequently throughout your day. So think of it like trying to bring water all the way up to a boil on a dime. Like that's not going to happen. So if you don't have a lot of time, you want to keep the water of desire and pleasure and sexuality simmering all the time. The more intimacy you can have consistently, even in these like really small bite-sized ways, the easier it will be to turn up the heat really quickly in the moment that you do have to yourself. And when you do make time, make it worth it, because we're going to talk now about what happens during sex. A lot of times, if you're zoning out during sex, that is your body's way of saying, what's happening right now isn't working for me. Maybe it's painful, maybe it's boring, maybe it's just like not hitting the spot in the right way. Listen to that signal. That distraction can be a really common way that you've gotten used to disconnecting from sensations that aren't pleasant or emotions that don't feel that safe for you. So instead of pushing through, pause, take a breath, ask your partner to slow down, reconnect with eye contact or touch, and come back to the moment together. Another major reason that you might be getting distracted is because you're rushing. We talked a little bit about this before, but I want to just emphasize it again that most women need 20 to 30 minutes to reach peak arousal, and the average sexual experiences last like 13 minutes. So when you rush right into sex without enough time to really connect and warm up, of course you're going to feel disconnected and distracted. So just another reminder to really slow things down. That'll also give you some space to discern if you're enjoying the things that you're doing or not. The brutal truth, the final brutal truth is that if the sex that you're having isn't good, your brain is going to check out. So think about the things that really hold your attention, right? Like reading your favorite book or painting or dancing or skiing or whatever it is that you really enjoy doing, that you get into that flow state. You're fully present in it because you really enjoy it. Like it's rewarding. And sex should be like that too. If it's not, you can ask yourself, what would make this more fun? What actually feels good to me? What have I liked doing in the past? What was I doing in sex in the moment where I was totally immersed and present? And then speak up in the moment. Tell your partner that you want more of those things or less of the things that are disconnecting you. That is how you start to create sex that is worth staying there for. You deserve sex that is so good that you don't want to be anywhere else. And if you want help getting there, that is literally why I created my program, the Intimacy Accelerator. That link is in the description box below to learn more about that. And if this video spoke to you, send it to a friend or your partner and share this information, share the love. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.